Raid Shadow Legends 3.0 patch is coming to the game. I don't know what that means because I haven't looked at it yet. So I climbed out of my troll hole to figure out, let's take a peek together and see what my reaction will be. All right, haven't looked at this yet. Raid Shadow Legends Update 3.0 coming to the game. Hey everyone, long-awaited Doom Tower. Okay, so the Doom Tower is finally coming, aka Void Tower. Additionally, we'll showcase new champions, both the ones you can win in the Doom Tower. Oh, cool. So we can actually win some characters in the tower, and the ones we'll be releasing for the coming holidays. In the update, some underperforming artifact sets went through. Okay, sounds interesting, then read on. It does actually sound interesting. Let's keep going. So let's learn the basics of the Doom Tower. If you guys know, my initial reaction was kind of like, meh. Didn't really look like my thing since it's once every 30 days, but let's take a peek because maybe my initial reaction's wrong. So the Doom Tower is a new game mode that will feature 132 stages, 108 common floors, 12 boss floors, 12 secret rooms. Okay, so there's 12 bosses. That's pretty good for a month for you to fight through. It'll be available in normal and hard difficulties, both of which will be repeatable. Okay, so that solves a large portion of my problem. The Doom Tower resets every 30 days, erasing your progress, rankings, and rotating some of the bosses. Okay, so far I like it. Here's what the Doom Tower looks like. I like that. Golden keys and silver keys will be added to the game when the Doom Tower goes live. Golden keys will be required to access a floor for the first time, while silver keys will let you access secret rooms or replay boss floors you have previously completed. In both cases, the key will only be subtracted from your total if you successfully complete the floor or secret room. This is where my initial reaction is. That's a little bit of a bummer. I understand the key system with like faction wars and stuff because there's glyph rewards and all that. Since this is like once a month type thing, it's a little bit of a bummer that I was kind of hoping when it came live that we could just sit down and play it, you know? Like I could sit down and try to grind through it. Like I would have stream content for hours. It's a little bit of a bummer if there's a limit on keys because it just kind of means this is another faction wars where it's you log on and you do like, okay, I'm going to do my, 10 battles or whatever, but you don't really get to sit down and like focus on it for a day that you have your day off on. That's my initial reaction, but let's keep reading. Neither gold nor silver keys can be purchased, okay? So like Faction War so far, there's a limit of 10 keys on both, resets at 0/0 every day. However, if you receive these keys as a reward for in-game activity, they'll be available for you to use before the next reset. I think they mean like advanced quests, stuff like that. So basically you might be able to earn them. Doom Tower follow a classic scheme. Follow your champions through 3 rounds of enemies, while every 10th floor will feature a boss fight. These bosses will be different and their power will scale with the difficulty you've chosen and your progress. The boss on floor 110 will be much tougher than the boss on floor 10. Okay, so it's, exponential, or not exponential, but it's progressive difficulty. Secret rooms will pose an additional challenge. Okay, I like all this so far. This is pretty similar to like Summoner's War and, a lot of like the other tower systems. Okay, there's not really, it's not too far off the pre-standard system. That being said, I don't know if the key system is something they've brought into other games. For whatever reason, I'm just really opposed to the key system. Or it's not for whatever reason. I know what reason. It's because the key really, it makes this from something that you can make like the main reason you love a game. Like this could be a main reason you love a game. It could be a reason I just log in, or anyone really. I mean, it could be like, well, what do you like doing in the game? Well, I'm a Doom Tower player. Like I like playing the Doom Tower. Into what are you going to do in Raid today? Well, I'm going to do my Faction Wars, my Doom Tower, my Arena, you know what I mean? It makes it like another thing as opposed to something you can focus on. I don't think that this is enough of a retractor because of the keys to really take away from kind of the cool factor of, that it is repeatable. It's 132 floors. And maybe that the floors are difficult enough, as we go on where really it is enough keys. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so that's just my reaction though, if I'm being honest. We'll release a video guide a few days before the update and we'll give you all unique insight on Doom Tower bosses, their strengths and weaknesses, provide some advice on fighting them. Okay, we'll get a little bit of a heads up. Bosses do look cool. I like the art. I mean, one thing about the game is the art department always knows it. Rewards, now into the rewards. Okay, so new sets. Reward for beating boss floors will reward you with materials for the artifact forge, and each boss will reward materials for a specific set. So completing a floor for the first time wards you a reward that cannot be farmed again before the Doom Towers. So only through the Doom Tower can you farm this, which is Fado. and that is 2 artifacts per set. It's attack 15%, crit rate 5%. So we have a new, very decent, DPS type of tier here. And then this is Untouchable, obtained from the Scarab King, 4 artifacts, resistance plus 4 immunity for 2 turns. Okay, another good set here. Affinity Breaker, 4-piece, crit damage 30, 20% to deal a critical hit instead of a weak hit. That is nuts because that actually removes, or doesn't remove, but that's a new mechanic. It's the first mechanic I've seen in the game that removes the ability to weak hit, even if potentially. So that seems like actually a fairly decent deal to me. This set just looks cool art-wise. Frostbite, 2 artifacts per, 15 chance to resist freeze. That's going to be interesting in PvP. 10% chance to place a freeze debuff on the attacker. Chances increase to 30, 45, and 20, 30 with more artifacts. I see. In addition to artifact materials, you'll be able to win champion fragments by completing the secret rooms. Okay, so they're going the fragment grind route with this. Remember, you can only get this reward once per cycle, meaning every 30 days. Fragments will refresh once the Doom Tower resets. So be sure to complete as many secret rooms as possible. These are the champions who can be collected and won't be available anywhere else in the game. I do like that the Doom Tower has unique rewards, making it something you want to do. I can understand kind of, once you see these rewards, why they don't have it where it's endless grind, because people would grind it out in the first few days. They're kind of bottlenecking arbitrarily by time gating the rewards. I don't know if this is a bad thing. Maybe if you could repeat it without the rewards or something, or if you could, I don't really know how to balance that, to be honest with you. They're probably doing it the right way now I think about it. Since they're having to do rewards, they probably wouldn't be able to just like, here, go out and get this character day one. People would probably get a little bored. I understand why they're doing it. Let's see here. Let's look at this actual character. Thea the Tomb Angel. So she's Knight Revenant. One of the harder faction wars, 2 times a random, 17%. I like that she attacks at random on her basic. Chance of placing a Hex debuff. Critical hits decrease the cooldown of Not on This World, which is her 3rd move, which places Perfect Veil on her and grants her an extra turn. Interesting. So she can kind of just like keep invisible. Ascended, she attacks 2 times at random, places Hex. Debuff cannot be resisted. Interesting. Okay. So then you can remove the Hex debuffs from all enemies after attacking. Attacks all enemies. So she's actually doesn't look that bad. Because if you look at the passive here, 50% chance of placing true debuff fears on all enemies for 1 turn when they lose 30% or more of their maximum HP in a single hit. It definitely can happen in PvP. Seems like a PvP character potentially for me. But not bad. I think she's not bad. Depends if this has a cooldown, I suppose. Let's look at this guy, Skyhide here, huh? Leech debuff. Leech has kind of historically not been that amazing. Stealing 2 random buffs is pretty good. Decreasing turn meter is pretty good. Stealing turn meter is pretty good. I think that's a good move. Attacks all enemies. Decreased defense is good. Ooh, Weaken is good too. This is actually a nice character. Seems like a fairly generous character for... Yeah, this is Orc too. This seems like a fairly generous character for a reward because this is decreased defense and Weaken in AoE factor, which is nice, actually. That's actually pretty impressive, too. Let's see. Uros the Soul Cage. I like that. Demon Spawn. He looks cool. Attacks enemy. Shield buff. Shield buff is increased by 1% for each poison debuff on the target. Oh, okay. Maybe he's a... So look, maybe he's a clan boss type guy. Attacks all enemies. Decreasing turn meter. Okay. 75% chance of placing decreased speed. Interesting. 75% chance of placing stun. Okay, so maybe this is a guy that goes like after your AoE poisoner or something, goes after Zavi or something like that. Strengthen and ally protection. Nah, he just seems good. I mean, I don't think you want the decreased speed, right? Like you would wait to use this move, but he kind of seems like he might be a clan boss type character. Strengthen and ally protection. When attacked, 50% chance of placing poison. Wow, that's good. When allies attacked while under strengthen, chance of provoking. That seems good too. Increases this champion's max HP by 5% whenever an enemy receives damage from a poison debuff. This actually seems like a pretty good character. He's resistant in all battles. I'm not sure where he fits in. If I'm being honest, instantly activates his skill when his champion is revived. Shut up, TV. Instantly activates his skill when his champion is revived by the Elemental Conjurer. Elemental Conjurer? Who the hell is the Elemental Conjurer? Let's just scroll here. This guy. Okay, I see. So he revives other people. That's almost like a Hearthstone type card effect. Okay, well, I'm not going to go through all these characters. I would say that the legendaries actually look pretty decent. Royal Archmage, this is the one that was leaked like forever ago. Inferno Golem. Okay, pretty cool. Oh, wait, there's even more new legendaries. Placing Veil, increased defense, places weaken on enemy. Wow, these actually seem pretty good. Okay, so we have a pretty massive update coming. I see why they're calling it Raid 3.0. Then we have Artifact Rebalancing here. So it's up to 35% chance now to counterattack. Okay, great. So they're actually buffing that instead of just remaking the kit. Heals up to 15% from 10%. I think that's still pretty bad. Toxic, 75% from 50%. That might still be maybe it's better earlier game. That might be better earlier game for people in Clan Boss, like people that don't have real good characters yet. Reflex, 40%. That's actually a pretty nice buff for Reflex. I don't think Reflex was like that bad on niche characters. 45% chance to counterattack when hit with a critical. I still don't think that's too good of a set. Decreases max HP by 40%, up from 30%. I think if this was like 60, this set would be terrifying. Cursed, 75% chance to place a 50% heal reduction for 2 turns, up from 1 turn. I still don't think this is very good. Curing, 20% bonus heal. This is going to be interesting for people like Apothecary and stuff who have that really big singular target heal. That's the only thing that comes to mind. Christmas decorations, faction wars changes, already in effect. Pretty exciting. I actually think this is a fairly good update. If I'm being honest, almost all of this is pretty encouraging. The only thing I didn't like in this update was this key thing here. Other than that, I actually really like this update. This seems pretty good. So you might see me messing around a little bit with it. I'm still working on Lydia. I want to say like 70% done or something. I have a couple factions still left to complete. So we'll hopefully wrap that up in time for the Doom Tower. And I'll probably end up streaming the Doom Tower a decent amount, I would think, because this actually looks kind of exciting. I wouldn't mind farming some of these characters because this guy especially looks pretty fun. So that's my opinion on it. That's my live reaction. Pow! Seems like a pretty reasonable update. Let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe for more Minecraft Let's Plays. Here's a dab, and have a great day.